Earlier that day, after talking with the blackmailer, Katsumi decided to take a risk and get back to work. He thought of some random excuse and went back to his... It was already late and almost all employees went home. He was fine with that, cause that meant there wouldn't be many witnesses.
There has to be a way for me to change the existing data of the ChatLinx users, or to at least encrypt them. If I do that, the director won't notice that the data was downloaded from the network. The blackmailers would get the data, but when they try to open it on another computer, it will automatically become encrypted.
He typed in his password, but he couldn't log in. He panicked because he wasn't counting on that happening. He used all his attempts to log in and he angrily pushed the keyboard. Powerless to do anything, he put his elbows on the desk and buried his head in his hands. He sat like that until he felt someone's soft hands touching his hair.
Katsumi, are you alright? What are you doing here this late?
I'm fine, Mizuki. I just forgot to finish something urgent for your father. And I'm in trouble now.
You're not worried that much about work, are you? There's a solution for everything. Here, I'll help you.
Don't sweat about it. It's not your fault that I'm so irresponsible.
You're not irresponsible. Being here tells a lot about your intention to finish your work on time. My father appreciates that. Also, I've told him several times that you're the most loyal employee we have.
Oh, Mizuki, don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? I mean, I can be hardworking when I want to.
I'm not exaggerating, Katsumi. I stand by my words. I admire your intelligence and your ability to find your way out of any situation.
Katsumi already felt that Mizuki was about to throw herself into his arms. Cause she was tightly holding her purse in order to prevent herself. It was clear that she felt something for him. But not even Mizuki was sure what those feelings were. Admiration.
You see, Mizuki, it seems like that's not true. I forgot my password and I can't finish the job tonight.
That's not a problem at all.
Mizuki stood on her toes and glanced at the rest of the desks in the office to make sure they were alone. Then she took his keyboard and typed in the administrator password. Katsumi's computer was unlocked. He saw what Mizuki did, and he knew that she decided to do that because she had no idea how much power she was holding in her hands. On the other hand, she might have done it because she had a crush on Katsumi. In any other case, she would have given it a good thought before giving someone her password. Later that day, since my boyfriend suddenly decided to leave me alone, I had no other choice than to give all my attention to Akiko. She was obviously upset and I had to call her.
Thanks for calling me! I was just about to break my phone into a million pieces! I just can't catch a break!
Akiko, you should accept the situation as it is. Who knows why this is good? Maybe you end up together anyway.
Please. The idea of it makes me sick right now.
Tell me what exactly happened between you two.
Well, Tadaki saw us together and he thought that I was the one who actually found out who he was and that I wanted to see his reaction. That's why he decided to send his photo and reveal his identity.
He wanted to know where he was standing with you. He took a risk.
I don't know what he wanted to achieve with that. What kind of guy has no courage to approach a girl and tell her he likes her?
The most of them, Akiko.
Sissies! I don't need a sissy as a boyfriend.
That's true, but what are we gonna do now? How should we act? You know I'll have to see him again.
but without me this time. I'm sorry.
I understand.
You should act completely normal, like you don't know a thing.
That's easy for me, but my advice for you is to think about it and give Tadaki a chance. You know that nothing good ever comes from texting. Everybody understands text differently.
Please?
I was finishing my conversation with Akiko when I noticed my boyfriend running across the bridge. He said he was in a hurry to get home. Why would he still be here in the park? I don't know if I can run as fast as him and catch up with him. I ran after him, but he was already far away, so I couldn't catch up with him. I stopped after a few feet and leaned on a tree to catch my breath. I was still following him with my eyes. I saw my boyfriend in the distance as he stopped to talk to somebody. I took a good look of the person Katsumi was talking to. He seemed like a man in his mid-40s. He was wearing a hoodie and kept his hands in his pockets. I gathered the last of the strength that was left in me and I ran toward them. I saw Katsumi giving something to the stranger, who then looked up toward me, put the hood on, and quickly left pretending to jog. Katsumi, hey!
I'm sorry, I didn't know you came after me.
I didn't, but then I saw you coming back and going to the other side. I thought you were going home.
Yeah, I was. However, I met somebody and I wanted to say hi.
I saw everything, Katsumi. You arranged a meeting with this man to give him something. Who is he and what's going on?
Great perception skills. That man, he's the owner of a rival company who wants insider info on ChatLinx.
The blackmailer? What did you give him, Katsumi? What did you do?
I did what I had to do. You were their target, and you almost lost your chance to go to college.
Katsumi explained his plan to me. He made a way for a virus to run on the blackmailer's computer when they tried to open the data he'd just given to that man. All the data would be encrypted and Katsumi would be the only one with the key. That was the way for him to turn the tables on them. The blackmailer would ask him for the decryption key, and then Katsumi would ask them to leave him alone in exchange for the key. I doubt it will be that simple. I think it's time for you to talk to Rokudo.
Why should I talk to him? He shouldn't be interested in what I'm doing.
He's your friend and he can help you. He comes from a family of lawyers, and I believe he'd do anything to help you out of the situation, which is becoming very serious. I'm worried. He didn't have anything else to say. He was just looking at his feet without saying a word. Then he hugged me, and we went to the metro station in complete silence. A few days later, I got an email from Tadaki inviting me to come to the college as soon as possible and look for him. He wrote that he'd fill me in on the progress of my case, and he also said it would be best if I came alone. I won't tell Akiko Tadaki called me yet. I hope I'll be able to call her and tell her good news about my college enrollment. And nothing else matters. After I entered the building, I noticed a number of freshmen gathered around a prominent stand at the end of the hall. I approached them and saw they were buying clothes with the police academy emblem. I'd never seen the students wear such uniforms, and I suppose the clothes were new. Misaki was right. The police academy is so popular that they decided to make a special clothing line. The high demand did its magic. I'm curious to see how it would fit me. Maybe some other time. I don't have enough money on me. I put back the clothes feeling sad about not being able to buy it. I knew it would sell out quickly. Tadaki was patiently waiting for me to walk away from the stand and then said hello.
Hi. I can see you like the new police academy uniform.
Hello. Yes, it would look great on me. However, I can't afford it.
That's too bad. I think you'll be the only student without the uniform. Of course, it's not obligatory, but it's always good to show your support for the group you belong to.
The universe is clearly not on my side. I keep making bad choices.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about your looks, but about your college enrollment.
Yes, I'd love to hear why you wanted us to meet.
Come here, we should go somewhere more private.
He leaned against the wall and started talking quietly.
I think there's a good chance for you to take the entrance exam soon.
Is this possible? Is that the final decision?
It isn't. I filed your request, then personally explained your case to the dean. I told him you were my friend, and that the college made a technical mistake.
Did they believe in what happened to me? And that I'd lost my phone?
Not really. That's the problem. You see, 70% of students has exactly the same excuse for whatever happens.
I can only imagine.
The dean believes me and he entrusted me with your case.
That's a good sign, right? You're on my side. Are you gonna help me?
Of course. Although I expect you to return the favor.
I'll do everything in my power. Just don't ask for something impossible.
Like what?
I'm not rich. I can't...
Don't you even say it. I'd never ask you to bribe me. Please.
Forgive me, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
What I want from you is to make my date with your friend happen.
Oh, with Akiko? I mean... I suppose you want a date with her, 'cause she was with me last time.
That's right.
You gave me a very hard task.
Mine wasn't easy either.
Tadaki seemed different now. He wasn't ashamed. He didn't seem like a weakling, but like a decisive young man. I had no other choice but to call Akiko and tell her I'd wait for her, so that we could go home together. It's better for us to be somewhere in public, 'cause I'm sure she'll be mad when she finds out. She'll go on a date with Tadaki because of me. Akiko was impatient to hear the news regarding the college. The fact that I had to admit to her that I used her for my own gain made me sick in the stomach. I could only count on our lifelong friendship and her understanding of my situation.
You survived meeting Tadaki. How did it go?
Pretty well. It's like he relaxed a bit. Our conversation was informal, which wasn't what I expected.
It's good that he was even able to talk. He looked like a scared puppy last time.
You do make people feel like that.
Wonderful! Thank you very much.
You know I'd never lie to you. That's the truth, and it's funny.
Not to me. These days, a girl can't find a guy who's just right for her.
It depends.
Fine, stop bragging and tell me how it all ended.
I'll tell you everything if you promise you won't kill me.
You talked about me. What did you tell him, for crying out loud?
I had no choice, Akiko. I promised Tadaki I'd tell you a few good words about him, and that you'll agree to go on a date with him. Akiko made a creepy face and looked at me with no emotions whatsoever. She was trying her best not to yell at me. He might turn out to be a cool guy. Some people fell in love like that. They started with being a bit hostile, but after some time, incredible lust developed between them.
Please, shut up!
Akiko, don't make me beg you. Why is it so hard to spend an hour with some guy like Tadaki? My future is at stake here.
I know. That's the only thing keeping me from exploding with anger.
So you're in. Right? Thank you, I love you.
Calm down. People are looking at us.
Yes, Mom. Mwah. I was at home and impatiently waited for Tadaki's email as a confirmation that I'd honored my part of the deal. However, I got his reply the day after. Tadaki sent me the time and date for my entrance exam, and he wished me luck. My life was once again in my hands, and I felt awesome.